attention to her. Well, she came in here to do her hair for Atheist at Large, and he is not here right now, so damn it, you didn't get to watch her do her hair. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking about weightlifting. I used to love the weightlifting days when I used to do it all the time. It was probably the strongest days of my life, when I was really pumped about, workouts and living and everything. In my early 30s, I guess, is probably when I feel like I really was strong. In the 20s, I was not big enough. I was under 200 pounds. I always feel that weightlifting and your body weight go hand in hand as far as your strength. When I got to be over 200 pounds in physical weight, I was tons stronger than I ever was under 200 pounds. And that just, stands to reason.
What this guy right here is doing is a fly. This is a fly. Yeah, he's hugging it. It's not really showing too well, but this is a fly.
Yeah, he's got more spread, is what you're saying. And
it's like a bear hug.
Right. He's spreading out more, and typically, that works your chest tremendously. I mean, that is a pec exercise, hugely. And then the other exercise is more of, like you said, it's not exactly a bench press because of the angle. But, yeah, you're still getting your deltoids, your pecs, your triceps, and that's primarily it. Maybe a little forearm. But, yeah, and I don't recognize those weights very well. Those are huge looking weights. I actually had worked out with a guy that was one of these World's Strongest Men contest people, and he was of an unbelievable size, and he was huge. His legs were tree trunks, and his arms were fucking unbelievably, as big as my thighs, And he stuck with the more like your bench, your squat, and deadlift. He did a lot of that, but he also did some other things like he carried large weights around. He would pick up things and carry them for distance, giant weights, weird things like that, and pull trucks. Yeah, things that you would not normally do.
Yeah, that's 210 pounds once. So that's basically like over 300 on a barbell. And when it comes to working out, 20% is working and 80% is nigga. I kid you not, if you eat, that's the battle. If you eat right, you'll get huge very quickly. People will think you're on steroids. 80% and then 20% work.
Oh yeah, I used to definitely target my eating. I read several books on eating for weightlifting. Eat for Life, or was it called Food for Life? One of the first books I'd ever read. And I'm talking about in the 1980s is when I did a lot of my initial reading and workouts. And then later on, creatine was big. Protein diets were big. Lots of Weeder shakes and things of that nature. I did all that stuff. Um, I ended up with my own thoughts on how this was working out real well, and I often found that if I didn't, okay, let's say I was stuck at a plateau, which we all been there, weightlifter wise. You can't get a gain. It's been like say a month and a half, 2 months, and you're still trying to bust a certain goal.
Let me tell you how to fix that. It's
the
easy.
way to do that is to always gain some weight. Put on 5 to 10 pounds in weight, and I guarantee you'll bust through your goal.
Here's another way that I found that works, that beats that. Change your routine every week. Every week, change what you do, and those plateaus will disappear. Change how many reps, how many sets, what exercises you do. Change it all around every week, so your body is constantly trying to adapt to it, and you will grow like a monster. If you do the same shit over and over again, your body gets used to it, and that's when you hit plateaus. That's when you get discouraged, and that's when you stop lifting. But when you do stuff every week, you change it up, always making your body guess. That's what works. That's what definitely works. You've been reading stuff like in 80s, which is way outdated, man. I used to love Schwarzenegger. It took me a long time before I could get away from like the Bible that he wrote, man. But that stuff's all outdated. You can't do that stuff anymore. Even he agrees with it now. You just gotta change it up every day, every week, man. Every week you gotta change it up and eat right, and you'll be a monster in not even an hour in the gym.
Yeah, you're right. And I used to change it up. No, I'm saying that's when I started working out, was in the 80s. And when I first started learning, I have not touched a weight in probably well over a year, probably 2 years. And this is funny. And I've actually, I'm out of shape. But I could probably easily still bench my body weight many times, despite that fact. Because I never cheated anything. I never did steroids, which back in the 80s that was big. And I had friends that did do steroids. And they were bodybuilders. As a matter of fact, I did a seminar with Steve Strunk, who was a Mr. Universe at the time,